Hey guys, what's going on? Black Cat here, with some visual novel gameplay. So this one is called Frosty Kiss, and originally I hadn't planned on playing this. This was sort of just a random toss-up between 4 or 5 visual novels that I had previously installed. This title is free, so you can look it up on Steam right now if you want and download it for yourself. But I got a few visual novels that I've been meaning to start. I also play a few paid visual novels like World End Econ, which is kind of boring to tell you the truth. So definitely hoping this will make up for all of that. Anyways, I just sort of want to remind everyone that I do a lot more gameplay on my main channel, Resistance HQ. I'll go ahead and leave a link for that in the description. On this channel, on Black Cat, I mostly go stag and I play games like visual novels or basically, one-man games. So go and check that out if you'd like. And let's go ahead and begin. So I took the liberty of turning down all the loud music and everything, so we have a little bit of music going on in the background, but it's not super loud. And this game is in Russian or English, so for Russian viewers, that's a plus for y'all. And I also believe that this game is Russian made. So I believe this and another game I have on Steam are Russian made visual novels. So I'm actually looking forward to it. Their art is pretty good, and I'm a sucker for good art. So let's begin. I don't think there's any narration, so I guess I'm narrating. And I don't know if I'm a male or a female yet. So I wonder, what is the spirit of New Year, and what is New Year itself? Just another time cycle, one of the many red letter days, or a much more alluring and mysterious event? If my memory serves me right, the New Year was celebrated even in ancient Rome. Who knows, maybe even before that. But why is it a holiday, and why are people so excited about it? Everyone decorates New Year's trees, dreams up various stories, invites their friends. Semyon, there's a lot of free space behind it. What's the matter? Are you grudging the toys? No, I'm not going to speak in accent. Obvious Slavic names, though. It's cool. Lena's voice made me snap out of my thoughts, and I found myself standing still, clutching a small glass statue of a snow maiden in my fidgeting hands. In case you're watching this with your monitor settings on like a sort of high contrast, it's gonna be hard to make out the text. So just FYI. Yeah, I'm on it. Slavia. Chop it smaller, we won't be able to eat it this way. Ulyana, cucumber should be over there. Have a look, please. Sorry about butchering these Russian names. Alright. I don't know who's who. Oh, I think it's... no. I was like, maybe I could match up the hair colors, but... yeah, they don't quite match up. Ein Moment. Is that German? Everyone around is busy with holiday duties. Even I, driven by the ambience, volunteered to bring and decorate a New Year tree. Today is the 31st of December. We've reached an agreement to celebrate New Year at Lena's. It just happened that way anyway. It's not like we had any other option. Lena's place was the obvious choice. After all, who would be pleased to celebrate New Year in an untidy and dusty apartment like mine, or in a dormitory in which Slavia and Elisa lived? Several hours left until New Year, and the preparations were going all out. I was finished decorating our New Year tree. Slavia, Oyana, and Lena were casting their spells on the festive meals. Meanwhile, Elisa dashed to get the groceries as we were running out of ingredients in the last minute. So, casting your spells. I don't know if that's like a Slavic thing, like a thing, or like a metaphor that I'm not really getting, or if it's just a metaphor, or if they're pretending to be Japanese maids or whatever. I was just kidding about the latter, obviously. Obviously, we were hoping that Xenia and Masha would drop in, but the evening was getting darker and the girls were nowhere to be seen. So a thing about foreign names, no offense to anyone out there who is a foreigner, is that I tend to get them mixed up. Like, I'm not really sure who's who, and I'm also not sure, and I also tend to, just forget them often. So apologies if I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm just bad with names, especially foreign ones. Since I've played a fair share of, Japanese visual novels and whatnot, I'm pretty good at tracking, Japanese names and of course English names, which is my native language. That's sort of a given. The front door slammed, allowing in the freezing fresh air that could even be felt here. There should be a space near the Christmas tree. Come get the supplies. I paused. Having finally hung the glass statue on a branch, I came up to Lisa. Judging by her voice, the supplies were pretty heavy. She stood with her back against the wall, trying to catch her breath. Lena, couldn't you find an apartment even higher? That is sarcasm. I didn't put in the sarcasm. Whoa. Sure, doesn't matter whether it's the second or the fifth floor. It's exhausting in any case. She shouted in the direction of the living room. Only muffled laughter echoed from there. What, you climbed the stairs while carrying all that? Can't you see? Why didn't you use an elevator? I usually vary the voices a little bit, but there's just so many people. And also I'm not good with names, so it's going to be weird if I fuck up the voices. Elisa stood up to me and glanced angrily at me. Being a smartass? The elevator already went up and I didn't want to wait. What you standing still for? Move this to the kitchen. Stop making eyes at me and move. Elise had always been kind of a locomotive and at the same time an ignition spark in our company, just as Oyana. If we gathered up somewhere, it was definitely their scheme. The bags appeared to be really heavy, and when I tried to pick them up, I couldn't hold a cry of surprise. Ooh, how feeble the men are these days. Come on, let me help you. Okay, I guess we are playing a male protagonist. Semyon, I think was his name. And again, I'm not really familiar with my Slavic masculines and feminines, so apologies. Together we managed to get the large stretched due to the load, bags to the coach that lamentably creaked under their weight. Sorry, that's a really awkward sentence right there. Also, the artwork's pretty good. It's kind of has that foul anime style, but it's also pretty unique in its own right. So, I like it. Hand drawn. What have you brought so much for? That's her, I'll bet. That the last chick. Oops. Also, I don't know how to save. Oh wait, there's this bar right here. So that's save. No, that's load. This is save. No? Both are load. Or this must be save, except I gotta press one of these. There we go. Except both says load, so if you're watching this, developers, make sure you specify which one's save, which one's load. Although it's pretty evident that this is load, or this is save and this is load. It's just a symbolic feature we've all grown up with. You'll thank me in the morning. Wow, girls, there are some fireworks over here. Nosy Oyana had already peered inside a bag through a hole in its side, pulled out a long black box, yelling cheerfully, tearing the bag even harder. Oranges fell out and rolled around the floor. What? BCE? Oyana? What? Was that like was that onomatopoeia? I don't know. Having noticed the disaster she's done, Oyana gathered the fruit quickly and pretended a nice girl. Again, I don't know about this translation. Again, I think this is another one of those games where the developer, whose first language isn't English, wrote the translation, but it's a little grammatically awkward. So just FYI. The front door slammed again, and I can't seem to retract that. There we go. Hi everyone! And where have you been loitering about? There's Masha. Masha entered the living room wearing a dark dress and roll-neck sweater that suited her perfectly. I'll agree, matches her hair. Quite nice. I wasn't loitering anywhere. We've recorded our song today, and I tell you girls, it's beautiful. So, what's up? Got any news? Are there more people to come? Because there's so few of us here. Oh, Semyon? Hi there too. Even though there were only 6 of us, it was getting pretty crowded in Lena's one-room flat. 6 people is pushing it. What a beautiful Christmas tree you have. Is it real or fake? You know, we bought a fake one and it smells so awful. Well, like plastic, you know. And here you have a real one. It's so cute. I adore real Christmas trees. Oh, slow down there, Lee. When I was little, we used to bring and decorate a real Christmas tree, and I would even chew its needles. And I love Olivier salad, too. I wonder if that's like a Russian Caesar salad or something. Just kidding. Do you add pickles to it? My mother always does, but one of my friends doesn't. Someone had to, yeah, I knew someone was going to like shut her up or something sooner or later. Someone had to calm Masha's endless chatter down, so I dared to chime in the conversation, or should I say, monologue? We are waiting for Xenia. Help us sort out the stuff, will ya? Okay. Oh, by the way, this evening Suddenly, she went silent, pausing in mid-sentence. This evening you what? It's nothing. She's lying. With a great deal of commitment, Masha went about loading off the bags, sorting food on the table while leaving the rest of the stuff on the sofa. There was a strange, nearly forgotten feeling that had been haunting me restlessly throughout the whole holidays, as though I was 12 again, hurrying up to bed so that I could wake up early in the morning and open up gifts waiting for me under the New Year tree. So, this might be a Slavic thing, because I don't get shit. I've never gotten shit for New Year's. And Masha's strange nothing only served to reinforce this feeling. I guess this was the first time in about 5 or 7 years. I wonder why they said 5 or 7. 5 to 7 maybe? Or maybe it's something lost in translation. I find myself in high spirits on the eve of the New Year. Today I enjoy myself rather than stay buried like a mole within 4 walls. Forcing my eyes not to miss the moment the clock in the corner of the screen marks the beginning of another cycle of the seasons. I couldn't tell the difference between them. Punctuation problems here. Buried like a mole within 4 walls. Not a saying that I'm too familiar with, at least not in the West. It's all thanks to the girls. It's been a while since the day we all met. Though up till now, we've been hanging out together and visiting each other pretty often, as if we were old friends. Oh, perhaps it was true after all. But we call everything that happened to us. Wait, but can we call everything that happened to us real? Or was it just a bright and vivid dream our company shared? Though it mattered not now, the more important thing is the lesson we've learned from this dream.